This children's fantasy movie with 95% on RT is a surprisingly great Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves replacement. After watching the 2023 fantasy hit Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, audiences may be yearning for another fast-paced and hilarious adventure, and as it turns out, the perfect option came out a year earlier. Based on the iconic role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves follows Ejin, a charming thief who is seeking revenge after one of his former colleagues betrayed him. Putting together a band of old friends and misfits, Ejin sets out to get justice and also to reunite with his young daughter. With a 91% critics score and a 92% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, Honor Among Thieves has a lot to offer. There are Dungeons & Dragons references galore, a star-studded cast who easily toe the line between comedy and drama, and a world that is as whimsical and visually appealing as it is deeply interesting. It is the type of movie that is easy to become invested in, even for those who aren't D&D fanatics. Because of this accessibility, viewers may be seeking another fantasy movie to get interested in, and the ideal pick may surprise you. Believe it or not, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the perfect follow-up to Honor Among Thieves. A great movie that is shockingly similar to Honor Among Thieves is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. This 2022 animated feature is the sixth installment in the Shrek franchise and centers on the titular character Puss in Boots, who becomes terrified after realizing that he has used up 8 of his 9 lives. Seeking a solution, Puss and his friends must travel across a colorful fairy tale land, while being hunted by various nefarious enemies, including death. Clearly, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is quite different from Honor Among Thieves. It is animated, part of a larger film franchise, and is technically geared towards younger audiences. However, the similarities between the two movies are also uncanny. Both films are easily accessible for franchise lovers and newcomers. The Last Wish provides just as much comedy as Honor Among Thieves, while also delving into the tragedy of death and mortality. Ultimately, The Last Wish offers the same strengths as Honor Among Thieves, just in a different package. How Puss in Boots: The Last Wish captures the spirit of Dungeons & Dragons. It makes sense for some audiences to be wary of The Last Wish, as the Shrek franchise seemingly has nothing to do with Dungeons & Dragons. Yet, The Last Wish manages to capture the essence of Dungeons & Dragons in unexpected ways. The Last Wish has intrepid adventurers with wildly different personalities coming together for a singular goal. There are slick action sequences and plenty of magic. Plus, The Last Wish is not just an exciting adventure, but a story with an important theme inside of it, which is that Puss does not need to fear death. Whether you are a Dungeons & Dragons fan or not, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is an essential fantasy watch. Just like Honor Among Thieves, it boasts incredible Rotten Tomatoes scores, 95% and 94%. Furthermore, it has stunning visuals and a story that is meaningful for viewers of any age. All in all, Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves, and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish are both incredible projects for any kind of audience member.